What's up, everybody? How we doing? How we doing today? Let's just get this stream started. What we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be ranking some GPUs. Um, just based on how much value they provide. So let me get everything set up, and we're gonna be good, chat. We're gonna be pretty chill stream today. Pretty chill stream. Okay, I can't read any of this. I think I might have I turned on this overdrive setting thing, and it is just so hard to read. So I'm gonna have to change some things on my monitor. Oh, much better. Much better. Okay, chat. We're all set. Okay. So we're gonna start off with the RX 5700 XT. Honestly, probably the minimum GPU I would recommend. How are we gonna rate this? Let's check Facebook because I wanna put Facebook above everything else. But I do want to make sure I'm not leaking my IP. So we're gonna go based off California. Actually, New York. What's the healthy marketplace community? I feel like Alabama. So we're gonna go Orange. Let's just do Houston. We're gonna use Houston as our example, okay? And we're gonna go based on pricing and what you can get for a similar price. Right now, I'm thinking around 150 would be good value. So let's GPUs. We'll say 180. We'll say 180, chat. We'll say 180. Um, the only other thing you're really gonna get is like a 1650, maybe a 6600 XT if you're lucky. Which 6600 XT I believe performs about the same. Here, let's see. Let's go on ZTT. 6700 60. Yeah, it's about the same to a 5700 XT, maybe a bit lower end, but you are on that RDNA 2, which is a lot better than RDNA 1. So you are getting a lot of nicer features. So I'd put this around mid to low mid, honestly, because it's a good card if you're on a really tight budget of like, I don't know, like 500 bucks. Um you're going to need that. The 4070 Ti, let's see. Let's see how those are pricing out. Ooh, like 500? Why would you not just buy a 5070 at that point? You get DLSS 5. Like, that's literally the selling point of the 5070 or 5060 Ti. Good card. Don't get me wrong. This card performs incredibly. Um, let's go to GPU comparison. The 4070 Ti performs about as good as a 3090 Ti, which is crazy. Crazy. Um, I would say 4070 Ti is around a 9070, which for 500 bucks is pretty good value. And you get DLSS and you get frame gen. I would put it in high mid though, maybe low high. But I would only say that because 4070 Ti, 4070 Ti, you are paying like 500 bucks, you know? So I think that would be, what is this? RX 460. We're gonna add a tier, chat. We're gonna add a tier. Let's. There's no reason to have a low mid, so we're just gonna do mid low. This is gonna be never used. Okay. The 3080 10 gig. 3080 10 gig is honestly probably like insane value right now. Because if you look on Facebook, the 3080 10 gig, crazy value. So let's see. Like 350, 400 bucks, you're getting an Nvidia Class 80 card with 10 gigs of VRAM. Not enough for 1440p, but perfect for 1080p high settings. It is something I would consider. This is what I would use if you're like trying to play like Shadow of the Tomb Raider 1080p ray trace. You know, if you're just trying to get some ray tracing in, or you just want to upgrade from like your 1660 or something, this is definitely an option. I'll be looking at that later. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this high, high, high. I don't think any GPUs are really F tier. I think there are just GPUs with bad prices. The 460 I've never used or heard of. 6700 GRE, that's not a thing. Not a thing. That's not a fucking thing. That's not a fucking thing. Chat, this is not a thing. But the 6700 10 gig, I think it's like the 3080, but like a lot cheaper. I've seen them go on like Facebook for like 250. So we're gonna put it high B. High B tier. I think about it, 3080 10 gig. Yeah, no, 5700. Chat, we need a new list. Chat, we need a new list. Thank you. Okay. See, this is a good tier list. This is good. The 1050 Ti. Let's start with the 1050 Ti. That's the first card we're doing. 1050 Ti's. Let's see what the specs are too. 4 GB for $50. Let's see what we're equating to, because I just need some context. There's no perfect 560. Yeah, honestly, like let's try and see. 1050 Ti, 4 gigs, honestly, in 2025, unacceptable. I'm gonna put it C tier, because honestly, if you're playing games like CS2, Valorant, you're still gonna get some work in on this, and if it's on like your laptop, you're gonna be fine. 1050, easily an F tier. I would not recommend this in the big 26. The 1060. What's the specs of the 1060? 3 GB. Yeah, we're gonna put that straight in F tier. Anything under, I guarantee, chat, I'm telling you this, anything under 6 gigs of VRAM, I'm not recommending you buy. The 1070 Ti. Okay, okay. Let's see these specs. 8 gigs. 8 gigs. We need that. We need that. We need that. What does it compare to, though? 1070 Ti. Just a bit below a 2060. Which, honestly, for like what? 1070 Ti, gotta be like, not that much. Yeah, for 75 bucks, you're getting performance of like 2060. What's a 2060? What's a 2060 sitting at? For half the price of a 2060, you're getting 2060 performance. Now keep in mind that doesn't include ray tracing. So I'm gonna put this B tier. 1070, I'm gonna put it at D tier. Cause I'm just saying it. I think if you're not buying at least a 1070 Ti or a 1080, then you shouldn't be buying a 10 series. I don't think you should be buying a 10 series in general, but 1080 Ti, goated card. 11 gigs in like 2018 was busted. Let me just show you comparison real quick. What was average? The average VRAM in 2018. Let's see this. It was 4 gigs. This literally had like 3 times that, chat. It had 3 times that. So 1080 Ti will always be the GOAT. 1080, I'm going to put high C. 1070, I'm also going to drop down to C. 2050? Okay, I know my cousin, he uses a 1050 Ti 1050 laptop, right? It looks pretty good, but would I recommend this in 2025? Absolutely not. I think any 10 series card I'm not recommending in the big 25. I just recommend you buy AMD, if I'm being honest. 2050, though, it was only a laptop GPU. It's still pretty decent, honestly. I forget the specs. Let's see. 4 gigs? Yeah, that's no bueno. It has ray tracing, though, so we're going to put it C. The ray tracing honestly puts it above all of these. All of these. Would I still recommend the 1080 Ti? Probably not. I put it in like C tier. Or no. Not B tier, B tier, B tier. 2060. I know a guy who's still using a 2060. He picked it up like 2 months ago, and it served him well. You can play most games with a 2060 at 1080p low. You can play most games like that. Now, would I recommend it? No, I would not recommend it. I would actually recommend you save your money, get a 6600 XT. Shout out AMD. They're the best. What are we rating this? Because I feel like 2060 could go A tier, no? No, absolutely not. It's not going ahead of the 1080 either. The 2070 Super. I've never actually seen this. Let's see this. 2070 Super. Wow, it's better than a 6600 XT. What's it sitting at? If it's under a 6600, then I'd definitely recommend it. Wow. Cheap. Okay. Unfortunately, I hate to do this. 2070 Super might be our first one to beat out the 1080 Ti. 2070. Just basic 2070. About the same. So we're gonna put that 2070. Actually, I'm deluding myself here. 2080 Super. Let's see this. 2080 Super is above the 6700 XT 10 gig. Wow. Did not see that coming. So, I think 2080 Super is going to go. It's going to be above the 1080 for sure. 2080 Ti might be our first A tier, chat. Might be our first to crack A tier. It's got same VRAM. Oh, where'd it go? It's got the same VRAM as the 1080 Ti. It's got ray tracing support. So it can run 1440p ray trace. But we're going to have to see. 2080 Ti. It's about a 6700 XT. But how much is it? That's the question. Because if it's like $100 over what I think you should pay for it. Yeah, no, that's a bullshit price. You shouldn't pay for that. I think anything over like 300. Yeah, 300 I feel like it's a bad price. Because you can get like a 3080 for that price. So we're going to put it high B. Probably under. Over. Yeah, right here. Okay. The 2080 itself, I think, is. Yeah, we're going to put 2070 and 2070 Super down here. 2080, I'm going to put below the 1080 Ti because I put resolution over ray tracing. I think if you're playing 1080p ray traced, I don't think that matters. No? Like, it's going to be a nice experience, but don't you want sharper, like, graphics quality? I feel like you'd rather go 1440p than get ray tracing. That's just my thing. If you disagree, you can fuck with this list or not fuck with this list. The 3050 is an immediate F tier. I know somebody who's still fucking with the 3080, and he's or 3050 and having a great time. But in 2025, even 4 gigabytes and even the 8 gig version, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work well. Anything under, like, how much is the 3050 sitting at? Because it's got to be under like $50. If it's over, it performs better than a, yeah, okay, then I definitely recommend it over like all of these, because you at least get frame gen. You at least get frame gen. Actually, I'm gonna. There. And then, ooh, 3060 Ti. I have beef with this card. NVIDIA dropped the VRAM of the 3080 or the 3060 12 gig from 12 gigabytes to 8 gigs. I hate this card. 3060 Ti though. Let's see this. 3060 Ti, about a 6700 XT, which I'm about to be upgrading to. I'm getting a 16 gigabyte. It's gonna be sick. Gonna be sick, chat. Gotta be sick, chat. So I'm gonna be upgrading to 1440p in this, and it's gonna be pretty sick. What is this? What game is this? Tom's Hardware? Oh, it was the Tom. I see. Okay. This 1440. This is general FPS. I see. I understand the hardware survey now. Okay, got it. 3080 Ti, honestly, or 3060 Ti, it has NVIDIA architecture. It's pretty good value. Like, if we go, I could scroll for hours because so many people have 3060s. So many people got the 30 series. It's crazy. Nobody bought 4060s because they were like, why would I upgrade from this? Also, I'm gonna. Nobody bought the 3060s or 3050s. No, they're all reasonably priced. You're getting decent 1440p performance. As you can see right here, you're getting like 65, 70 FPS in a 1440p benchmark, which is good because for only 8 gigs, that's really good. Really good. So I might put this A tier. I might put this low A, high B. I'm just saying it. Does it outperform the 2080? Does it outperform the 2080? Yeah, by quite. No, it's actually a bit lower. So I think we're gonna put it just a. Let's see. Does it beat the 2080 Super though? Yeah. So it's gonna be going. It's gonna be going right here. I think that's fair. I think that's fair, chat. I'm gonna say it. I think that's fair. Now the 3060 12 gig. Let's see this. I actually don't know how this card performs. I've actually never seen a 3080 or 3060 12 gig. Okay, about the same as a 6600. So we're just gonna put that. I'd say right below a 2080 is fair. Let's see. Right below the 2070 Super would be fair, actually. And then also, I'm sorry, I have to make its own tier for the 1080 Ti. I have to make its own tier for the 1080 Ti. How do I? I'm so confused. Nope, please don't reset my progress. Good. I have to. Oh my. Mm. Because you're not going to use a 1080 Ti, chat. You're not going to use a 1080 Ti. If, a matter of fact, if you show me a single person A single person. If you could show me a single person who would buy a 1080 Ti and not just for like wall mount decor, I would like to meet that person because you're not using it without drivers. There's no drivers. I wouldn't say decor. I'd say goat. Yes, goat. 3070 Ti. I hate 3070. I think it is bullshit that a 70 class is only 8 gigs of VRAM after you give the 3060 12 gigs. So we are putting that just because of bias in B tier. This will influence my decision. 3070 and 3070 Ti are literally just above the 2080. Yep, those are both going. $3080 and 3080 Ti are definitely A tier, 100%. The 3080 Ti sitting around 350, 350, not bad, not bad. 350 to 400, and you get like what kind of performance are we getting? 3080 Ti, just under a 7800 XT with ray tracing. I think both of these are willing to go into A tier. I think they should both be in A tier right now. I'm saying it. I think the 3080 and the 3080 Ti are goated cards. I'm saying it. 3090 Ti is an easy S tier, and just how well it performs. For 1K, let's see this. 3090 and 3090 Ti, you're getting 4070 super performance. Not that bad for 4K. I'm going to say it. For 1K, you're getting great 4K performance. Is it better value? No. But I'm dropping my choice down. I'm saying these are both A tier because they're a 90 class card. They are going to be scalped for a long time. We see this with the Titan X Pascal, like $500 for those. So any max card is gonna be inherently worse value. I'm just saying it. You should never get you're never gonna need a 4090. You're not gonna need that. You're not gonna need it. The 4060 and the 4060 Ti. 4060 and the 4060 Ti perform about the same as a 66. Just about the same as a 2080 and a 2080 Ti. But these cards are great for esports. So I'm gonna say because my school has esports on these things, but overpriced as hell. So we're gonna put these right under the 3070. Inherently buy value. This is buy value, chat. Okay, 3090. I'm at actually drop down here. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, chat. The 4070 Super, 4070 Ti Super, 4070 Ti Super is terrible value, but still a good card, so it's going to be low B. Terrible value. All the 40 class cards are pretty bad value. The 4070 Super now, you're getting around 3090 performance for like half the price. So these two definitely going up there. Only in 1440p, not including 4K, which you don't need. You only need 1440p. I'm going to put these both here. I still feel like 3080 and 3080 Ti are going to solo. I think all of those belong in A tier, though. The 4080 Super. I feel like those are going to be our first A tiers. Because for 1K, let's see this. 1K, the 40 and the 4080 Super, you're getting great performance similar to a 7900 XTX. For 1K, you're getting like one of the top. You're getting some top tier performance at 1440p. You're getting a ton of stuff, and you're getting a lot of features. I'm gonna honestly 4090. I'm gonna go easy. I said it. The 4090 is worse value than the 4080, and I'm gonna say why. Realistically, who out here needs 24 gigs of VRAM? I'm saying it. We don't need 24 gigs of VRAM. I'm saying it. We don't. Unless you're doing like super heavy tasks like playing Minecraft in 4K ultra settings, 256x resolution, you're not going to need it. You're not going to need it. You're not going to need this level of performance. The average, like, it still beats the 5070 Ti for 1K. It's almost as good as the 5080. It's a good deal. 4090 though, it performs under the 5090 for basically the same price. Let's see. 4090? Let's see the pricing. 5,000. We're going to go under. I just want actual 4090. 2K, 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 4K, 4K. But those are full PCs. 3K, 2K. About the same price as like a high end. And then like you're getting more performance, more future proofing, and extra like 8 gigs of VRAM. That's gonna last you a lot longer. I'm just saying it, the 5090 is a better decision. Am I saying the 5090 is worth it? No. But if you're dropping that much money on a rig, you might as well just get the 5090. I don't think either the 4090 or the 5090 are worth it. You can get the 9070 for half the price, and it's going to perform just as well in 4K in anything. But if you're playing 4K, I do think you should get like at least 5080, 47. Anything below this, you're playing 4K. Actually, I'm going to say 9070 XT is bare minimum. You're going to need at least a 9070 if you want to play 4K. It's like 4070 Ti Super, 4070, anything above that, 7900, anything 16 gigs above this, you're good for 4K. You don't need anything else. But still, I'm going to say it, 4090 is not as good value. I love the 4090. It's my favorite card of all time. I love the 4090. I want to get a 4090. If I could get a 4090, that'd be so cool. Because I don't like the 5090. I hate it. I just hate it. It's not as cool as the 4090. The 4090 had aura. The 5090 is just gay. 5060 Ti. If we're talking the 8 gig, then it's an easy F tier. We're talking the 16 gig, it's not my favorite. So let's go 5060. The 5060 Ti, 8 gigabyte. About a 9070. Or 9060, 16 gig. With only 8 gigabytes. But with 16 gigs, it's about a 7700 XT, which is not very good. Not very good, chat. I'm going to say it. Not very good for a 5060 Ti to be only about a 7700 XT. Okay. This is way too. Perfect. Okay. Now, the question is, chat, we could put the 5060. I think you could put the 5060 in A for value. I'm going to say why. First off, for $300, you're getting on the most modern architecture. You're getting DLSS 5. If you don't fuck with DLSS 5, you can do DLSS 4.5. You're getting frame gen, 4 times frame gen, I think. Right? That's what the 5060 says. You can use 4 times frame gen. I want to fact check this. Yeah, you can get 4 times frame gen. So like, let's say you're getting I want to check. You could probably play anything like this. I'm going to say it. You can play anything you want in like 1440p with a 5060. I'm going to say it. You can play anything you want. You can play anything even with the 8 gig. I'm saying it. The 5060 and the 5060 Ti are goated cards. I'm going to say it. And you know what? I think we're making a whole tier for the 90 and 90 Ti class cards because I think that's just a good idea. 80 all those cards, they're all goated. They're all goated. Except the 5090, that's going in F tier. 5090 is going in F tier, and I'm telling you why here. The 5090 is like 5K. It's like 3 to 5K, right? You're getting less performance than you need. You don't need anything more than a 4090. So the 5090 never makes sense. If you are dropping 5K on a build, I will say buy the 5090. Though. I will say buy the 5090 because you're going to want to be on better terms. You're going to want to be on a better architecture if you're spending that much on a build. But that has changed recently. When the 5090 got to 3K, that is when it became not worth it. Because you could just buy a 4090 and get basically the same thing. So I'm definitely saying the 5090 is absolute D tier. It's doo-doo because it keeps exploding, chat. Now, the 5060, back on topic. I think the 5060 is S tier. Because you can play anything you want in 1440. I'm going to say it. If you don't like AI, though, I could see low A. I'm going to say, though, let's see. What is it perform? Is it, like, better than the 3080? It's getting 60 FPS. And the 3080 is getting 100. Yeah, I think it's below the 3080 because it's about the same price as 3080. So we're gonna go right here. I think they're good cards. I think the 5060 and 5060 Ti, including the 8 gig, are good cards. Do I like that they are both without at least 10 gigs of VRAM? No, I don't like that fact. I think 10 gigabytes of VRAM on the 5060, 16 gigs on the 5060 Ti, or like, I don't know, like 14 gigs, something like that. I think that would be an incredible decision. Did they do that? No. Or am I going to keep complaining? No. The 5090 is getting its own tier. I'm sorry, chat. It's getting its own tier, and it's called Explodes when I tried to use it. We're also going to use that tier for anything not usable that I would deem unusable in the Big 26. It's like these. I'd say don't buy anything other than a 580. I'm saying it. There. All of this seems about good. Same with the 50-50. I have a take on the 50-50 that you guys will see pretty soon. But 5090 unusable because it keeps blowing up, chat. It keeps blowing up. It keeps blowing up. It just keeps exploding. For 1K, you are dropping 1K on a 5070 Ti. No. No, you're not. It's bad value. It is bad value because look at the performance you're getting. You're getting performance 5070 Ti equal to a 7900 XTX. When you could get a 9070 that does the same things for $700. You're saving $300. 5070 Ti is below the 5060 in my opinion. In my opinion, you can disagree because it's an opinion. The 5070 itself, I'm going to say it, not that bad. Not that bad. I'm putting it just above the 4070 because we all hate the 4070 here. I think this list is going pretty well so far. Chat. What do we think? The 5080. I'm putting it below the 4080. I'm just kidding. It makes way more sense to get the 5080 because the 4080 is scalped. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say the 4070 is a good card. The 4070 Ti is a good card. 4070 Ti Super, not so much. Not so much. The 5080, if you're going for a 4K rig, is what I would recommend. And if you're good going Team Red, go with a 50. Go with the 5080 if you want to go Team Green. If you want to go Team Red, go with a 9070 or a 7900 XT. Although I would say, if you are going for 4K, you realistically are playing story games. So I'd go with a newer card that does ray tracing at least. 16 gigs that does ray tracing. That's the minimum. like 4080, 5080, 9070, 9070 XT, stuff like that. But 5080 for like $1,200, like 200 more than the 5070 Ti, you're getting like above 4070 Ti performance. You're getting great performance. And we all know that the 5080 is going to last a while. Consider how long the 1080 lasted. Like 10 years. The 5600 XT. I actually don't know much about this card, so I'm going to have to do some research here, chat. Let's see this. 2020, not the greatest. 6 gigs immediately has to go under the... Here, let's see. What is it? Under a... Oh my god, just above a 2060. Yeah, disgusting. We don't like 6 gigs, chat. 570. 570. 4 gig. Oh my god, it's worse than an A380. It's worse than a 380, chat. It's worse than a 380. Yep, that's going into unusable. Unusable. There's a lot of unusable GPUs. 5700 XT. I know this card can compete with, like, what does it compete with? It competes with the 6600 XT, even trades blows with it. I would say the 5700 XT, I would say it's probably better value than the 2070. You can get it for $150. I'm going to adjust some things. That seems good. Chat, I think we're doing good so far. May I say myself, I think we're doing good. I think we're doing pretty good so far. 5700, we're going to put that in D tier. 580. The 580 is a pretty goated card. For like $50, you're getting pretty good value. But I'm gonna say it. It's not as good as the 2060. 2060, you're on newer architecture, chat. Just stop arguing it. Just stop arguing it. Same with the 590. The 590 is overpriced either way. 6500 XT is unusable. Now we're getting to my favorite classic cards. I'm gonna like this. Oh, you ain't never seen a Team Redder over here. Chat. This is my favorite generation. So the 6600. Let's just see this. Let's just see this. 160. I'd say this card, because it's getting FSR4 first, these two cards are gonna go here, and they're gonna go here, because they're getting it first. I'd change that, and then also, why is this here? That shouldn't be there. There. I think that's better. I think that's better. 6650 XT. I'm gonna say it. It's not worth upgrading. Just get a 6700. 600. Not worth it. So we're gonna go. It's less value than a 590. Or it's more value than a 590. I'm saying it. 6700 XT. Both of these cards are great value. Great value. So I'm gonna go. Boop. The 6800 XT, I'm gonna go. That's above a 4070. Same with the 6800. You get great 1440p performance for like $300. I kid you not. Now, have I gotten one of these for $300? No, I'm getting a 7600X because apparently 7600 XT. Sorry, 7600 XT because I am broke and I can't afford a 60 7800 with my current CPU. It'll just be bottlenecked anyway. So I'm gonna get the 7600 and a 5600X. It's gonna be pretty sick, chat. And expect that video. We're gonna build a full PC during a live. It's gonna be epic, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, chat. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be epic. 6900 XT, the 6950 X3D, no, XT, fuck! Okay, chat. Here's the question. How does this card compare? Because I know it compares to the 4090. It trades below with the 4090. For 500, you're getting worse value than a 30. I think the 6950, that is a pretty big boost. You're going from like 7800 XT to a 7900 GRE. Yeah, I think that is definitely some value there. So we're gonna say 6900. We're gonna place that just below the 4070 Ti Super. Bad value right there. And we're gonna put this right above the 3080. Where's 3080? Here we are. Do I still think this is a good card? Hell yeah. Do I think you should buy it? Fuck no. Don't. Please. Don't. Don't waste your money on 9060 XT. I think is the greatest. Where'd it go? I think the 90 cards just belong in goated tier. But I'm gonna put it in A tier or S tier. We're putting all of the 90 cards. Except this one. That one has a special place in my heart. 6750 XT. Honestly, the 6750 is not worth over 6700. I'm gonna say it. The 67. It's not worth, but I think it is still better than the regular 6700. So 7800 XT. If you are willing to not play in ray traced, if you're playing like 1440p comp shooters and like some shooter games in 1440p and some like story games in 1440p, I definitely think this is a value card. I'm saying it. It's above a 5070. It's above a 5070, chat. The 9070 XT. Come on, bro. You know I had to fuck with my goat. You know I had to fuck with my goat. Yeah, you guys just know I had to fuck with my goat. 7900 XT. This card is as good as a 4080 for like about 1080 9070 prices. But is it better than a 9070? No, because I value ray tracing. I think it's something you should want. Is it better than a 4080? No. Is it better than a 9070? No. Is it better than a 9060 XT? Yes. Much better. It's an extra 4 gigs of VRAM. That's some future proofing right there. 7600 XT, we're going to be testing soon. But this boy right here is overpriced nonsense. It's going below it's going in between the 46. GRE cards make no sense to me except this one. I like this one. So it's going to be going. It's going to be going under the 5070 Ti because it is overpriced nonsense. I think it's overpriced. Okay. Not very good. Okay. It's and you see, the 4070 Ti. It is a very good card, but very, very expensive. I think it is better than the 4070 Ti Super though, because the 4070 Ti Super is quite expensive. Quite expensive, about $1,000. Too much for old hardware. 7600 XT. I'm for $300. You're getting 16 gigs of VRAM, but it's worse performance than the 6800. I'm sorry, chat. The 7700. I might have to put this under the 2080. For it's $400 for 12 gigs. which is better than the 5070, actually. That is better than the 5070. We're going to put it under the 5070, though, because 5070, you get more features. This is going to be controversial. See that? They just tried to assassinate me. You guys aren't going to like this. I think the 5050 is a good card. I know. Keep booing me. You deserve it. Hey, Jeremy, LTT. Hey, Linus. I know. Jeremy, you too. You need to calm down. Zach Tech Tips. Tech Tips? No. Zach Tech Turf, calm down. I know. You guys don't like it. But there is value here. For the 5050, for $250. Oh, this is unupdated. Need the 2026. Okay. I just want all of them. Here we are. Doesn't include the 5050. Fine, I guess we're going to have to use Clankers, chat. 5050 AMD equivalent. Oh, wow! It's for $250. You're getting good performance with AMD 7600 performance for $250. Do I think the asking price is bullshit? Yes. Do I think it's a bad card? No. It still performs well. It is better value than a 3070. Say it with me. Fuck the 3070. Thank you guys so much for watching this ranking. If you want to support the channel, what's this? What's this, chat? What's this? Oh my god. You can join the Discord. Yeah, we have a Discord now. And I don't moderate it because I have a job. So if you guys join the... Hey, do you see this? Join the Discord. Hey, are you listening? Join the fucking Discord! Anyway, please do consider subscribing, and the full list will be posted on my YouTube history for you guys to yell at. It'll be in my post section. Right over there. Just go find it. But yeah, this is the tier list, chat. This is what I think you should buy for every price range. Chat, we're gonna go to PC Part Picker, right? I'm gonna tell you what GPU I'd recommend for each price range. Under $300, so like $250. I'm immediately recommending you just buy a 5050, because you're gonna get on the modern architecture. You're going to get DLSS, you're going to get FrameGen, you're going to get all the nice NVIDIA features. Is it the best mid-max performance? No. If you're $300, I'd immediately recommend you the 6800 on any Facebook. You can get that for a reasonable price. Anything from 400 to 500, 9070 XT or 9060 XT. 500 to 700, like a 9070 XT. 1K to 12K, 9070 XT. Maybe if you're doing 4K and you need ray tracing, I'd recommend the 5080. But anything over that, you're not going to need anything more. If you're doing like 4K, maybe a 4090, but never a 5090. You don't need a 5090. Unless it's a like flex build, you don't need the 5090. It's $3,000. Literally like twice what you can get a 4090 on eBay and stuff. It makes no sense to buy. Well, anyways, chat, thank you so much for watching the stream. It's been fun. I'm gonna start editing this video for YouTube, and if you guys don't like it, I'm gonna have to assassinate your family.